So we are dealing with the human right issues in addressing the disasters. So many times disaster itself is a problematic issue in that human resources are, or human rights are also getting affected. Okay, so where is the problem starts? The problem starts with relief of distribution. That is, there is discrimination in relief distribution. What do you mean by relief distribution? During, I told you, people are badly affected by disaster. Sometimes their house will be taken away, or their properties that will be taken away, animals and all that. So human beings suffer a lot during disaster. One minute, children, I'm just doing one second. Okay. So what is happening here? Dekho, tsunami of Tamil Nadu of 2004. They have taken a lot of example of tsunami. That is comparatively a recent event. And you can see what has happened during tsunami 2004. There was a lot of discrimination towards the backward caste people. That is SC and ST people. They were discriminated. How they were discriminated, children? Many of the backward caste people were not getting the food. Food was given to the people who are very close to, government or political parties. That means weaker sections like SC and ST, they are denied the food. Again, they said that government officials relied on the list of victims prepared by local fishermen's association or local leaders to distribute the aid. I told you the question arises, once the disaster is over, how to rehabilitate the people. So that time, सबसे बड़ा problem है किधर से list मिलेगा. A person who is sitting at Delhi or a person who is sitting at the other side of, Bombay, that is Mantralaya and all, they may not be aware who are in need of disaster. So government क्या करेगा? Generally उधर का जो local body है, okay, वो local body को involve करेगा. इधर तमिलनाडु में भी वही किया. क्या involvement किया गवर्नमेंट ने? 1 minute, children. Government has involved the Fishermen's Association and the local leaders. Why? Fishermen's Association was involved. आपको मालूम है सुनामी तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा सी में हुए थे और affected people are also fishermen. So वो लोगों को जो जिंदा है वो लोगों को पूछने पर इतना तो मालूम पड़ेगा who are all affected by tsunami. So government generally क्या करता है, कोई भी disaster होने पर उधर का local religious body को पकड़ता है, local leaders वो लोगों को पकड़ते हैं, नहीं तो NGOs ने जो list देता है उसको पकड़ते हैं. ये दोनों में sometimes scheduled caste and scheduled tribe are discriminated. It is not proper. Then in that case what happened? Gender discrimination has happened. Gender discrimination. Children, what is gender discrimination? ये देखो, women are discriminated from receiving the relief and rehabilitation. ये सब कितना तक राइट है भगवान नहीं, लेकिन कुछ तो कुछ लिखता है. विमेन को गवर्नमेंट का जो रिहेबिलिटेशन पैकेज है, पैसा होने दो, काम होने दो, घर होने दो, ये तो विमेन को नहीं मिला, because men are preferred comparing to female. During tsunami, Tamil Nadu, women were excluded from, look here, receiving boats or any other substances, subsistence fishing support or employment as the aid workers. So इधर क्या हो गया, गवर्नमेंट ने सोचा कि अफेक्टेड लोगों को जॉब देगा, नहीं तो अफेक्टेड लोगों को पैसा देगा, लेकिन मेनी टाइम्स उसमें वो ग्रुप में एक भी वुमेन आया नहीं था, मतलब विमेन को ये लोगों ने डिस्क्रिमिनेट किया, नहीं तो विमेन को ये बेनिफिट से निकाला. ओके, then another problem is geographical distribution. What is geographical discrimination? जगह के ऊपर. This happens during the distribution of relief and compensation. गवर्नमेंट तो सीधा पिक्चर में आता नहीं है. गवर्नमेंट मेक्स द अरेंजमेंट, लोगों का सपोर्ट के लिए क्या देना चाहिए. देयर इज रिलीफ. वो सपोर्ट को आपको कैसा, सपोज दे आर पेइंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ मनी, हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू मैनेज इट. At the post-Gujarat earthquake, benefits were concentrated in Taluka, such as Bhuj and Bindu. Sorry, Bhuj and Bachau. Bachau is also a place in Gujarat. We know that Gujarat में बड़ा earthquake हुआ था, एक तो भुज में हुआ, एक तो बचाओ में हुआ. ये दोनों earthquake में क्या हुए थे? People were discriminated. How they were discriminated? Women होने पर ये benefit नहीं देगा, men होने पर ये benefit देगा. Like that they were making the discrimination. Let us see what we were discussing. Discrimination in relief distribution. Okay, first is the role of media. Second is human rights are getting violated. Then we talked about gender. So, दो villages के बारे में पूछा है. One is Bhuj and other is Bachau. अभी देखो how the discrimination is happening. Lack of concern for children. हमने देखा women got ignored, women को कोई ध्यान नहीं दिया. women को नहीं देने पर children को किधर से देगा, वो लोग बच्चा है ऐसा ही छोड़ा. At the time of disaster, there is often lack of concern for the post-traumatic stress disorders of the children. Be careful, students. After the disaster is over, the worst part is the stress. The worst part is trauma. Okay. Stress and the trauma. Trauma में what do you mean by trauma? सबसे बड़ा आघात, सबसे बड़ा दुख. So trauma में, stress में बच्चे भी सफर करते हैं. Their parents, something happens to their parents, and they are alone. ये सब होने पर बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रेस हो जाएगा. ये स्ट्रेस कब होगा? पोस्ट डिसास्टर में, डिसास्टर के बाद. Similarly, about senior citizen, there are a lot of issues which are associated with senior citizen after the disaster. ये सब देखने के लिए हमारे पास, okay, we don't have the proper mechanism. What do? We will not give to children, we will not give to women, we will give to male. And women भी क्या करता है? Okay, women का neglect किया, आपने देखा उसका right. Similarly, children का कोई bother ही नहीं करता था. Government authorities fail to take adequate measures to overcome emotional and cultural problems of children. Please understand here. Children undergo a lot of emotional and cultural disaster or drought. So institution तो कुछ करना ही, मतलब government तो कुछ करना ही पड़ेगा. किसके लिए? वो बच्चे लोगों ने पूरा मन में एकदम डाउन होकर डिप्रेशन में गिरा है, वो बच्चे लोगों को नॉर्मल लाइफ में लेके आना. How the child will adjust to the normal life when he is going to the school which is nearby, Okay, there they will not be doing, but what is happening is emotional disturbances, then cultural problem. What is cultural problem? I told you language becomes a problem. And in the in the relief camp, कल मैं आपसे बोला relief camp में सब लोग एक साथ रहते हैं. Okay, whether it is children, whether it is gender, whether it is male, all the crowd is belonging to different categories. This is also creating problem to me. Okay, this is creating problem to the children. Next is behavioral science. देखो, behavioral science is an NGO. Children, behavioral science, it is the name of an NGO in Ahmedabad. They have done an important role in the post-Gujarat earthquake of 2001. What we are discussing is Bhuj का वो बड़ा earthquake. उसके बाद में behavioral science करके NGO ने बहुत सारा activities किया. किसके लिए किया? Especially to the children. Okay, what all things they had? It is not daycare. They have opened daycare centers. I will explain. Then nutrition program for the children, medical and psychological support, then cultural activities. So बच्चे को mind में diversion चाहिए. Child is already traumatized because he might have lost the parents or he himself might have tortured. So this becomes very difficult how to make the child's mind happy. उसके लिए इतना ही रास्ता कि ये अच्छा तरह काम भी किया गुजरात में. Instead of like leaving the children alone, आप एक डे केयर सेंटर ओपन करो. What is day care center, children? The crush, बच्चे को देखने वाला जगह. That is day care center. Why it is needed? Sometimes, sorry to state, father might have died due to earthquake. Mother is alone. मम्मी को काम पर जाना पड़ता है. उसी टाइम तक नहीं जाता था, लेकिन अभी जाना तो पड़ता है. द प्रॉब्लम में इस बच्चे को कौन देखेगा? सो ये पीरियड में अहमदाबाद में ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने क्या किया? दे ओपनड डे केयर सेंटर. सो व्हेन द मदर इज गोइंग टू वर्क, बच्चे लोगों को क्रश में डाल सकता था. सो दैट वाज ए वेरी बिग हेल्प टू द पेरेंट्स. Second is nutritional program for the children. जो बच्चा हुआ है उसको क्या फूड देगा? These are all very important. Medical and psychological support. I told you possible होने पर आपको एक camp CAMP मेडिकल कैंप रखा सकता है. उधर लोग आकर अपना अपना जो बीमारी है वो बोल सकते हैं. Then psychological support. Psychological support means उतना टाइम वो टाइम नहीं था, अभी तो है 24/7. ओके, मेंटल सपोर्ट, मॉरल सपोर्ट देने के लिए कोई होना चाहिए. बिकॉज सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है लोनलीनेस. ओके, सो साइकोलॉजिकल सपोर्ट देना पड़ेगा. Then cultural activities. What is cultural activities? Arrange dance program. Okay, musical night. ऐसा अरेंज करने पर क्या होगा? पैसा भी मिलेगा और थोड़ा डाइवर्शन भी हो जाएगा. Go through the points. Behavioral science. What is the purpose of that organization? It is the organization or it's an NGO in Gujarat. Ahmedabad is in Gujarat. So behavioral science ने कैसा कैसा help provide किया children को. पढ़ो. Just read it. I will ask it. Just one minute. देखा आपने? I hope you have seen. The question was very clear. Behavioral science is the name of an NGO. वो लोगों ने क्या किया? बच्चे लोगों को मदद करने के लिए, especially after the Gujarat earthquake. Okay, tell me any one or two points बोलिए. हमने लिखा है. Question is very clear. What did the NGO do to help the children? ये NGO किधर का NGO है? गुजरात का. That is Ahmedabad. And we are talking about Bhuj का earthquake. Okay, now बोलो. What all things they did?
medical and physiological support,
Perfect. Medical and psychological support दिया. Day care center open किया. Boys.
cultural activities,
Yes,
craft
cultural.
making, indoor games, etc.
Excellent. Indo cultural activity. Our एक point भी है उधर. I'm just shifting this up so that you can see. Cultural activities like singing, craft making, indoor games, ये सब किया. So that बच्चे लोग कुछ या कुछ में involve हो जाएगा.
Daycare center, nutrition program for
Perfect. Yes, daycare center, everything has been done because I told you this disaster itself is a big trauma. लेकिन एक बार डिसास्टर तो हो गया, उसके आगे क्या करने का, that is basically the duty of the citizen who are not affected. They should help. So it can be in the form of NGO, NSS volunteers, social workers, whoever can do that work, they have to start it. You cannot expect the government to take care fully because that much money they may not be having. That's the reason. अभी next देखो आप, अभी इस ट्रिप को नीचे लाना पड़ेगा. General atrocities of backward caste. किधर भी देखो situation के अनुसार कोई कोई लोग तो they are getting affected. So either it is the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe people who have committed the crimes high caste. आपको मालूम है गुजरात में there was lot of issues relating to atrocities on scheduled caste people. Tsunami 2, that is in 2004, that is why Dalits in Tamil Nadu have been told by the members of higher caste to leave the relief camp. It's very painful. That is, people were staying in the relief camp. ऐसा हुआ है, बोलता है, may be right, may not be right. Backward caste लोगों को अपना relief camp छोड़कर जाने के लिए बोला था. Then comes neglect of women right. सबसे important है, women are the home ministers of the family, and she is the caretaker of the family. If she is not supported, naturally society will crumble. Women as a group who are vulnerable to human rights and violation of exploitation. ये तो हमने देखा, children they were neglected, SC, ST they were neglected, women even they were neglected. We are talking about after the disaster. Response to tsunami in Tamil Nadu affect women in a different manner. Public and private agencies and relief agencies failed to meet women's essential needs for food, shelter, health, lack of and security, etc. So what problems were coming, children? Women का जो issue है, first is relating to food, second is relating to shelter, third is relating to health. All these problems are, it is peculiar to women. Don't think that only women suffer. Here we are discussing about women. Okay, so women का मदद करने का time issues क्या क्या था? घर के लिए ग्रोसरी चाहिए था, शुगर, दाल वगैरह. Okay, ऐसा पैसा मत दो, instead sub items, you try to provide them food, you try to provide them shelter, health, but unfortunately it did not happen. Let it be government agency, let it be private agency, it could not happen. Most of the fisherwomen survived, complained about lack of privacy in the campus, in the camp, not campus. I am writing it here in the camp. Sheltering those displaced by tsunami. इतना बहुत बेकार सिचुएशन है. देखो, सुनामी ने बहुत सारा लोगों को घर भी उड़ाकर लेकर गया. They were affected. ये लोगों को रिलीफ कैंप में डाला. उधर तक स्टोरी करेक्ट है. आगे क्या हुआ? ओके, The problem is women होने पर women को privacy चाहिए. You know, कपड़ा बदली करने का etc etc. She wants privacy. Very sorry to state, even that was not there in the relief camp. Okay, so these are all the important things. Go through that, children. How the women were neglected. So, one or 2 points we are focusing. First point is women were not given food, shelter, health facilities. Second is जो NGOs में नहीं तो जिधर भी women को रहने के लिए जगह मिला, and government is giving some money, that paisa it was not reaching in the hands of women. Second is I told you relief camp में women को अपना privacy बिल्कुल नहीं था, कपड़ा बदली करने के लिए जगह नहीं था. Young women they were finding it difficult because सब लोग रहते थे relief camp में. These are all real problems. Then lack of information. What is lack of information? The marginalized groups such as backward castes did not have adequate information relating to relief and rehabilitation. You are aware when there is problem comes, it comes together. So either another group is backward caste people. They are known as the neglected group. Marginalized means neglect. Neglected. Such as backward caste did not have adequate information relating to relief and rehabilitation measures. ऐसा भी बहुत सारे लोग थे, वो लोगों को मालूम भी नहीं था रिलीफ किधर देता है, रिहैबिलिटेशन सेंटर किधर है, कौन सा फॉर्म फिल करने का, किसको मदद लेगा, ये कुछ भी मालूम नहीं था. So there was lot of lack of information. Please understand that. Okay, these are the problems. Go through this. We are more or less, we have completed second module. What all questions we have done in second module, children? First is what do you mean by disaster and the features of disaster. Second, we have done the effects of disaster. That is social effect, economic effect. Okay. Social, economic, psychological, all the effects we have discussed. We have seen how to deal with disaster. Okay.
मैम किसी के फोन की आवाज आ रही है, इरिटेट हो रहा है.
एक मिनट मैं देखता हूँ. मोहम्मद अफखान, मोहम्मद अफसर, mute yourself. We were just discussing that in the second module, what all points, what all questions we discussed. Some of the students might not have attended fully. First one was the feature of disaster. Okay, who did not attend, they will have to listen to the YouTube videos. Features of disaster. Second, we discuss effect of disaster. Okay. The effects of disaster में हमने discuss किया physical, psychological, social, economical. All this has to be studied separately. Third, we have discussed disaster management. That is warning, mitigation, okay, providing them relief, rehabilitation. Then हमने देखा कि what is disaster preparedness, stockpiling वगैरह, कैसा करने का, क्या करने का. Then today we have discussed human right issues in addressing the disaster. Okay. Now almost 50%. 2 modules are over. I hope you can prepare project out of any of this topic. It becomes easy to you. Disaster preparedness, one topic. Disaster management, another topic. Okay. Then you can discuss about the effect of disaster. Each separately, physical, economical, वो सब अकेला भी लेकर डिस्कस कर सकता है. Okay, children.